Hey, what's going on, fellow airsofters? If you already subscribed to this channel, make sure you leave a like. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And also like the video too. And if you're not familiar with my content and how I do things on my channel, feel free to check it out. I have plenty of videos with reviews, shooting demonstrations, installations, and anything else that is airsoft related. I try to post that on my channel. But today's video is going to be about a gas pistol review, and that pistol being the WE Glock 18C or G18C, whichever you prefer. Probably G18C to avoid any, I guess, whatever legal problems with the company Glock. But anyway, as you guys are familiar with the whole Glock lawsuit against replica airsoft, anything replica that has Glock on them, they are pretty much suing anybody that has, or anyone that produces or distributes replica Glock pistols. So there's a lot of controversy with that, and these can sometimes kind of be hard to come by. Any Glock pistol in general can be hard to come by. But the only way you can really get them now is overseas or at airsplat.com, which is where I purchased mine. I'd recommend, if you like Glock, to purchase, just purchase one as quick as you can before they completely just stop selling them in the U.S. So, I mean, I highly recommend that before, it's completely gone, because Glock's really cracking down on a lot of airsoft companies to really just eliminate the airsoft Glock replica. But anyway, when you purchase this, or any type of WE G-Series pistol, your box is going to be inside out to prevent confiscation, or just to hide the logo primarily of the G and the Glock and all that. So you will receive it inside out, and I'll talk about what you're going to get in the box. Give me 1 second. Alright, to get some water. But anyway, when you do get this, I have nothing in here right now, but when you do get it, you're going to get a spare magazine. You're going to get two little grips that are the medium size and the large size for whatever hand you have. You might have a small hand, medium, or large hand. It's comfortable. You got everything you need out of the box. You're gonna have some pins to push the pins out of the out of the groove to put the grip on, and you're gonna have obviously the pistol itself. And depending where you live, if you live in the U.S., you're gonna get one that's gonna have a blaze orange tip on there. If you live in Europe or somewhere else other than the U.S., you are just gonna get it without a orange tip. But orange tip removal is very easy on WE pistols. I've done it plenty of times. It's quite simple. You don't even have to do any heating. You can just take pliers and just ply it right off. But anyway, now that was the box. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the actual pistol itself. I am going to go over pretty much, everything I can, and trademarks, style, what it's made out of, what I recommend it, give you my honest review, and just, everything else that I could think of. I will try my best to talk about it in this video. But you could tell that this is the black version, and by black version I mean normal versions are going to have a black lower frame and a gray type slide. That is not the case, because this slide is all black, matching this. I mean, it might be a little bit of a darker black or a lighter black, but I'm not too sure. I definitely noticed this is not the grayish type of material like I've seen on a lot of G18Cs that came from WE. But yeah, just making a little side note there. But now you could tell that the trademarks aren't exactly authentic to a real Glock. I mean, first thing you might notice, instead of actually Glock being there, is just a G. And they did that to kind of get away with, oh, we don't have your logo on here, it's just a G, it's not the Glock. But yeah, they try to do that. And then you have the 18C, which is 18, and then I guess C for like the compensated barrel. I think that's what the C pretty much means. Or what people refer to as the full auto Glock, which is kind of, the popular term. And then instead of Austria, you get tactical. And then right here, it's still the same as a real Glock. It's going to be 9x19, so that's the round it fires. And then on the lower frame, you are going to get the Gen 4 instead of the Glock logo. It's just going to be a Gen 4. And then on the other side, you're going to get a Made in Taiwan WE Tactical on the lower frame. And then on the bottom, you're going to get the patent pending. So I guess they're trying to patent their own Glock model to not get sued. And then right here you got on the slide these two little Taiwanese trademark type things. I'm not sure what they are. And then pretty much every single WE model is going to have this right here. I'm gonna kind of focus it on here so you can see it a little better. They all have this WET5168. Every Glock you're going to get is going to have that same serial number. But you can see that the outer barrel is a little bit different. It says GAR 076 with some more Taiwanese symbols or Japanese symbols. The reason is because I have a garter outer barrel on this from a Glock 17 that does fit on a Glock 18C, which is awesome. You can see right here it's kind of scratched up, but it says 9x19. And yeah, that's definitely a custom barrel. I'll talk about more of that. And then right here it says MBS NR, I think, on the lower frame. And then right here you also have the serial number / safety, which is kind of like a fingernail breaker, but like I said, I'll talk about that more because that's just external features. But now, hold on, this is a little bit crooked. Awesome. But now, I mean, the whole point of this is like, compared to a Glock 17, you're obviously going to have something a little bit different with the 18C with a fire selector switch for semi, and then you move it down to full auto, which is really, really fun to use actually. But okay, I'm gonna, like I said, I'll come back to that. I'm gonna just quickly talk about the materials that this is made out of. And this is really irritating. Hold on. I hate iPhone cameras, they're terrible. Okay, so primarily it's gonna be similarly realistic construction to the actual Glock, just any Glock. You're gonna have a polymer 4th generation frame with the stippling right here and stippling right here, and then on the top the slide is going to be fully metal. You're going to get a metal outer barrel, slide, the fire selector, and I mean other little metal parts are going to be like the slide remover right here, the little 2 tabs on the side are metal, parts of the trigger are metal, like the little pins right there are metal, the magazine of course is metal, and then this little pin right here is metal. The blowback unit also inside is metal surrounding, but the piston itself is made out of plastic. So you know, mainly, I mean, that's the metal parts, and like I said, the plastic / polymer parts are going to be the lower frame, the trigger, the magazine button, sorry, and then the little mag base right here, which is a custom Rui mag base that I put on. And then plastic, also the iron sights are also going to be plastic, but I mean, it's not like cheapy plastic. This is really good quality plastic. It's like made out of like a polymer, so it's not, you know, really brittle. I mean, I don't think it should break when you drop it, but I mean, I recommend you don't drop this. You know, try to take good care of your pistols. They'll last a lot longer. And then, I mean, I'll talk about some custom work that I did on this. It's really nothing at all yet because this thing is still really new. I don't want to do anything to it yet. But yeah, like I said, I got the mag base that's custom, and then I got the outer barrel that's custom. It's a steel barrel, and then I also got a MA reinforced spring guide, which is like 150%. I guess I got that from eHobby Asia as well, and it fit on here perfect. It's Tokyo Marui Glock 17 / 18C spring guide, which fits on there pretty nice. But anyway, that's not really the whole point of this video. Oh yeah, also forgot to mention the slide catch 2 is also made out of metal. And I'll talk about the magazine real quick. You're going to get, you know, the standard gas magazine. It's going to be holding around either 23 or 25 rounds, which is not bad. A lot of people have problems with leaky magazines from WE. Personally, I have not had a problem yet, and I've been using WE pistols for a good while now. And I mean, I have yet to have any screw-ups or anything. So I mean, it all depends on how good you take care of your pistol, and then that's when you're gonna figure out how long it really lasts, is from you taking good care of your airsoft pistols. But anyway, that was primarily the magazine. I guess I can talk about some of the rumors and some of the little things that, you know, people like want to turn away from on WE products when they buy them. Well, I mean, this only affects the pistol category. I haven't heard a lot of negative things about their rifles, but for the pistol, a lot of the main issues come from the stock outer barrel chipping, or problems with the nozzle on the full auto version is definitely the big one. I've seen videos on YouTube of people's nozzles breaking after like 3 or 4 extended mags of use, which to me is just, I mean, I'm not going to blame them for, you know, poor usage of the gun, but I mean, definitely construction does lag on like certain parts of this pistol. Like, I mean, in my opinion, they did the externals like beautifully. I think the externals are just amazingly done. It's just the internals could be a little bit better because they use a lot of like hot metal / cheapy like aluminum that fractures and breaks after, you know, short usage of the pistol. But I mean, that's kind of the main things that people complain about this. But I mean, parts are easy to come by for the WE Glock series, which is why I like them and prefer them over any KWA or KSC Glock, because the parts for WE Glock pistols are definitely more available than, you know, let's say a KWA, you know, piston or something. But I mean, I'll show you real quick the field stripping on this. I mean, it's just like a real Glock. I mean, it's just like any Glock series that you're gonna buy that's airsoft. So you're gonna want to rack the slide back just so it cocks the hammer, and then just grab it and hold it right here, press it down on these 2 tabs, and just let it go. Now for the 18C, you're gonna just gotta nudge it a little bit so it goes over that little wheel, and then once you do so, there you go, you did it in 2 pieces. And here's where that metal I was talking about. You can see it's kind of like the cheapy kind of cast iron, aluminum, like hot metal. Like you can see it, the grayish type of metal is what really does break after a while of use. And then same with the blowback unit. It's that same material. The inner barrel hop-up unit is also that same metal. And you can see the spring guide that I installed is the MAMA's upgraded garter spring guide. And then I mean, that's really it. And then the part that you can see is scratched up is, this is I think one of their biggest flaws in my opinion, is you can see the hammer, that little wheel right there. Look how much it sticks out from the gun itself. If I push it down all the way, you see it's concealed, but then I let it go and you can still see the wheel. Problem is with this is that it has a hard time cocking it all the way back sometimes, and what happens is you get this drag effect, and I will show you how to, I'll show you how to put this back on, and then I will talk to you exactly what happens with that wheel. So align the rails up and then just slide it on, and then kind of, there you go, cock it back, rack it, and you should be okay. But now that one wheel part I was talking about, when it rides back, it rides over the wheel, and then when it comes back to cycle around, it can kind of get stuck right here. Like, see, that is that wheel that is putting a lot of pressure on that blowback unit, and it's getting kind of stuck going over it, which is a very common problem in WE pistols. It's definitely going to get worse the more you keep using the pistol. I mean, it's inevitable. It's just because the spring becomes weaker. And that's when it'd be good to get a upgraded hammer spring, maybe like the Tokyo Marui garter one that's like 150%, and that's maybe like $3 or $4. So I mean, you know, it's definitely recommended for when that starts getting worse, because then sometimes it'll just get stuck right here, and you know, you gotta like put some force to it to, you know, get it forward. But I mean, like I said, that's like the little flaws you'll run into is like the outer barrel, the nozzle, and then that little wheel in there is going to kind of start getting a little bit stiff too, you know, it's not going to cycle as well. And then that's when you're going to probably want to either oil it or replace some parts just to keep it running a little bit smoother. But I mean, right out of the box, this is going to be perfect for CQB with 0.2 gram BBs. It's going to be shooting right around 300 to 320 feet per second. And I mean, you know, that's excellent for a sidearm. You don't really need much more than that. And this is green gas powered, so it's only going to be good in the, you know, warmer type weather. It's not really going to work for colder climate airsofters. And I mean, I would definitely switch to some kind of CO2 sidearm or something, but I don't think this is compatible with CO2 because the nozzle is very, very brittle and will probably break because of the CO2 gas. Hey guys, I apologize about that. I ran out of memory on my camera, so I'm going to just leave off right where I was talking about the FPS and how it's perfect for CQB. Pretty much, yeah, it's going to be 320 out of the box, and you know, it's going to be excellent. You don't need anything stronger than 320 if you're going to be doing CQB, so this is really perfect in my opinion. And it's got the spray and pray mode if you're really in a tight situation and, you know, semi-auto is not going to be enough for you. You're going to get the full auto, and you're just going to be able to dominate and kind of save your butt in that, you know, if you get cornered. But I'll tell you where to get this and how much I bought mine for and how much you should get yours for too. I bought this from airsplat.com. It's also available on ehobbyasia.com, but you might have to deal with international shipping and possible customs seizing. So that's why I'm saying, like, get them at Airsplat now before they're completely gone from the US, and then you're gonna have to order it from overseas and then run into snags and problems. But yeah, so I got this from Airsplat for about I think 90 bucks or so, because I used a 10% off code. And that's a good thing too, guys. It's getting closer to the holiday season, and they're going to be doing the 30 and 35% off discounts. I mean, like, take advantage of that and like abuse it, honestly, because you can get these things for as low as like 60 bucks or something, you know. That's like a freaking steal in my opinion. So that's why I just seriously recommend you guys, if you guys are Glock like lovers or Glock fanatics, like me, I love Glock pistols, and I just love them. They're my favorite pistol. I love the design. I love the just comfortability and just everything about them. I absolutely love. So if I were you guys and you like Glocks, and I mean, definitely go to Airsplat and get some of these, because I mean, you will not regret it. I mean, these things last for a good while too. I mean, just the people that complain about them breaking all the time are the ones that are mishandling them and throwing them on the ground or some shit, or, you know, I mean, I know accidents happen, but it's like, still, this is like $100. This is like, you know, abusing $100. Why would you want to do that? You know, take care of your airsoft guns. Put them in cases when you're not using them. You know, keep them clean, lubricate them and everything. I mean, that'll solve more than half of the problems right there. I mean, yeah, I understand manufacturer problems are going to happen eventually. Yeah, it's a given. It's going to happen to every airsoft gun. But, you know, good care is the prime thing for, you know, a long-lasting airsoft pistol, rifle, whatever it is. I mean, that's really all it is, guys. Just when you buy these, just take good care of them. That's really all that matters, and then they'll last you a good while. I mean, I have some Wii pistols that lasted me a couple of years with still stock parts. I mean, I use them a lot. I just take care of them, put them in cases when I'm not using them. So, you know, I don't ever drop them or anything. I take good care of my stuff. But anyway, I mean, I'm not trying to sound like, you know, giving you guys shit for it or anything, but it's just like, you know, a lot of people make it seem like, oh, it's the manufacturer's fault. Not always. Not everything is the manufacturer's fault. I mean, yes, some parts are, but like, I mean, little stuff like, you know, that you do to it, that's just on you. But anyway, I mean, sorry to kind of go a little negative there, but I mean, that's just speaking the truth, and I really, you know, these guns shouldn't be like that used. Like, you should be able to throw it on the ground like that, or, you know, whatever, you know. All it like matters is good care of them. But anyway, guys, that's really all I had today for the gas blowback review of the Glock 18C. And like I said, I'd recommend buy these quick before they're gone. And I mean, why not get one? They're just really beautiful pistol, like beautiful, you know, design and everything. It's replicated very well. But yeah, guys, that's really all I had. If I missed anything, if you want more information, you can personally message me on YouTube, and I mean, I could definitely help you guys out. I can, if you have really in-depth like questions, I can even give you my Skype name and we can Skype, and then I can personally guide you on, you know, fixing little problems or kind of just giving you some tips or whatever you need. I'll definitely help you guys out with that. But yeah, like I said, I mean, that's really it. I hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday, and I'll be doing more reviews probably. I'm not sure about this week. I definitely have another unboxing coming this Friday, so be ready for that. But for anything else, I mean, I think for the next pistol review, it's going to be next week, and the shooting demonstration next week. If not, then maybe this weekend I can do something. But yeah, guys, alright, take it easy. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Glock 18C, and I'll catch you on the flip side.